Thanks, Gregor. Hi, Pierre Luc. We knew that this month was going to be a grind for you guys based on the schedule. You're halfway through. How has that grind been?
Yeah, it's a lot of games in March. But we're hockey players. That's what we're here for. We're here to play. It's a good month to get up in the standings. It's a good month to feel good about ourselves. If we do everything right. We're playing a lot of away games too. So as the season goes on, we'll get back home. But it's big points. Yeah, I saw yesterday the standings since like January 1st or something, and every team's in it. It's a tough division to play in, but you don't have a lot of time to think when you're playing 17 games in 1 month.
I'll go next to Gary Santaniello. Go ahead, Gary.
Here, look, following up on that, what's it like playing all these 2 and 3 game series, especially knowing that all the points stay within the division?
Yeah, it's a good competition. It's a good challenge every night. Like you said, every point stays in the division. It's almost like 4-point nights every night, and like I said, not a lot of teams that you can't lose 2 or 3 in a row, and every team knows that, and every team wants to get on the streak. But it's hard when you're playing against every team, 2 and 3 times in a row. But that's just part of the fun challenge this year. I think it's been fun. It's been different. It's definitely a change, but it's a good challenge to have.
And we'll go next to Jeff Hamilton from the Winnipeg Free Press. Go ahead, Jeff.
Hey, Pierre Luc. Understanding that this game is so much more than the score sheet, but also understanding you're an up-and-coming player, you're considered by many to be elite in this league. I'm just kind of curious, with 2 points in your last 9 games, where do you have yourself in this last stretch here?
Yeah, I think hockey's a lot more complicated than points and stuff like that. I'm definitely not where I know my game can be. I'm not hiding that either. I know I can be a lot better in a lot of aspects, but it's face-offs, it's D zone, it's coverage, it's offensive zone, it's being in the zone, it's dominating possession. It's everything I think that contributes to what makes me the player I know I can be. It's hard to just play defense, it's hard to just play offense, but it's even harder to do both, and that's what I'm trying to do out there. It's one game at a time. It's doing video. It's talking to line mates, to teammates, to the coaching staff, trying to get adjusted as much as I can here.
And we'll go next to Paul Friesen from the Winnipeg Sun. Go ahead, Paul.
Thanks, Gregor. Pierre Luc, I don't know what your expectations of this team were when the day you were traded, but how does where you guys are right now and how you're playing compare to kind of what you thought you were getting into?
Yeah, well, like I said when I got here, it was one of the teams I hated playing against because they can play any style of game, and to me that's important if you want to win a Stanley Cup. Obviously, I've never won one, but I saw when we beat Tampa 2 or 3 years ago, they had a really good offensive team, and then we swept them. And then the next year they have the same offensive team, but then they can forecheck, they can play physical, they can play defense. They played every aspect of the game, and I think that's why they won. They just added to their game, and then you look at the team we have here. We have all that talent. We have guys that can score goals. We have guys that can work hard. We have guys that can compete. And then you look at the lineup. A lot of guys can do all of those things. So it's really fun to be a part of this group. It's a really good team. I think as the season goes on, you have to get better and better, and I think that's what we're doing right now.
We'll go next to Christian Treptow from NHL.com Germany. Go ahead, Christian.
Yeah, hi. Zdeno Chara turns 44 these days. What are your thoughts? Do you have any special encounter with him in the past? And what are your plans when you are turning 44?
Oh, that's a good question. I remember my first game against him. He's kind of one of those legends in the game, kind of like my first year playing against Jaromir Jagr is one of his last games too. That was one of the games I was looking forward to, and Chara's the same thing. Not easy to play against. Probably one of the best sticks still in the NHL. Still has a good shot, smart guy. So it was pretty special playing against him. And at 44, what am I going to be doing? I heard he takes care of his body like not a lot of guys in the NHL. So if I want to have to play till 44, I'm gonna have to start doing that. I think I take care of myself, but you definitely have to bring it to the next level to keep playing at 44 like that.
We'll go next to Kelly Moore from CJOB. Go ahead, Kelly.
Hey, Pierre Luc. Probably you don't know what you're going to be doing at 24, let alone 44. But hey, Montreal is the one team that you have been able to play all the games against so far as a member of the Winnipeg Jets. So I feel kind of comfortable asking you this question. What is it that they have done that has prevented you and your teammates from being at your best, probably far more too consistently than you'd prefer?
Well, I think first of all, I think Montreal's a good team. They work hard, they compete. I mean, they go to the net. They have a lot of guys that are good, within 10, 15 feet of the net. So they're not an easy team to play against. But then I think that for us to play the game that we know we can play, we know we have a good team. We know it doesn't depend on anybody else. It just depends on us. And like I said, they have a good team. It's never an easy game against them, even when they're playing at their best or at their worst. They have a good goalie in net. A good decor, big decor that boxes out and plays well defensively. And then they have the forwards that are, they're everywhere on the ice. They work hard. So I think for us, it's just to concentrate on what we can do well. We have an identity, and I think if we do that, we're a really hard team to beat.
We'll go next to Ken Weeb from Sportsnet. Go ahead, Weaver.
Thank you, Gregor. Good morning, Pierre Luc. At the midway point, things usually ramp up in a regular season. How do you expect that to be the case in a condensed season here?
Yeah, I mean, I've never played this condensed season, so I don't know for sure, but I know that as seasons go on, the pace steps up, and at the end of the year, playoffs kind of start before they even start because of the playoff race. And then these divisions, every game is kind of like a 4-point night. It stays within the division, so I'm assuming that the pace is going to step up again. If it's not, if it hasn't already, it's going to step up pretty soon. And like I said, that playoff race is one of probably the most exciting time of year, in the regular season. So I'm looking forward to that. That's when games get tighter. That's when all those details in the games count even more, and that's when the playoffs start really.
And final question for Pierre Luc in English before he takes a couple in French. I'll go back to Jeff Hamilton. Go ahead, Jeff.
Hey, Pierre, this is the problem with not getting follow-up questions, but I just wanted to talk about that line, just what you like about having, two great wingers in Nikolai Ehlers and Connor playing on your wings.
Yeah, they're two guys that can shoot, that can pass, that can skate. They're two players that have creativity. We're still getting used to each other. As a centerman, I'm still trying to get used to their habits and supporting them, but two great guys and great teammates also. So they're easy to talk to. I think as the season goes on, and if we keep playing together, we'll just become better together, and we'll just read off each other even better. But it's been fun playing with them, and like I said, when you have two good people also as your line mates, it makes it a lot easier to talk to them and get to know them and tendencies and stuff like that.
We'll go next to Luc Shellenov from LDS. Go ahead, Luc.
Thank you very much. Salut Pierre-Luc. Quand tu arrives dans une nouvelle équipe qui a beaucoup de talent, on peut s'imaginer que c'est facile, mais est-ce que c'est difficile en même temps peut-être de trouver sa niche, son rôle particulier? Surtout comme toi, tu sais, tu as joué au centre, à l'aile, là, tu es de retour au centre.
Ouais, mais c'est un ajustement à faire, c'est sûr. Tu arrives à une équipe, tu as un rôle précis. Tout le monde dans ton équipe te connaît, sait qu'est-ce que tu aimes, sait où que tu aimes avoir la rondelle, sait où tu n'aimes pas avoir la rondelle, sait comment que tu fais des breakouts, ces choses-là. Tu arrives dans une nouvelle équipe, surtout c'est une équipe contre qui on ne jouait pas souvent contre. Et là, les gars ne savent pas nécessairement où est-ce que tu vas être sur la glace, ne savent pas nécessairement où est-ce que tu veux la rondelle, où tu vas être positionnement. Donc, c'est sûr, c'est un ajustement. Je pense que ça vient avec le temps. Pour être honnête, c'est la première fois que je me faisais changer. C'est la première fois que je rentre dans une nouvelle équipe que personne ne me connaît. Donc, c'est juste en parler aux joueurs, c'est juste faire du vidéo, parler à tes coéquipiers, à tes gars avec qui tu joues sur ta ligne. Mais c'est sûr, c'est quand même un gros ajustement à faire, surtout en plein milieu d'une saison.
And final question to Marc-André Perreault from TVA Sport. Go ahead, Marc.
Salut Pierre-Luc. Tu viens de répondre à la question qu'il y avait des ajustements. Puis tantôt en anglais, tu parlais avec tellement de calme, malgré la séquence un petit peu difficile sur le point personnel pour toi. Je voulais juste savoir, est-ce que tu es le genre de gars qui, des fois, il est vraiment fâché à la maison, que ça te frustre? Et est-ce que Paul Maurice, avec toi, utilise beaucoup de psychologie? Je te pose la question parce que les fois que j'ai parlé, je trouvais que c'était un homme qui était tellement porté vers ça.
Ouais, ben moi, je pense que le monde qui me connaît savent que deux, Pierre Luc Dubois, il y a lui à la maison il y a rien qui le fâche, il relaxe, puis il y a Pierre Luc Dubois sur la glace que des fois, lui, est capable de se fâcher. Mais ouais, ça reste que ça peut être frustrant pareil. Mais je pense qu'en étant frustré, je pense pas que ça allait être trop tes affaires. Je pense que Paul était très bon avec moi depuis que je suis arrivé ici. Que ce soit du côté sur la glace, mais aussi du côté psychologique, de juste rester calme dans tout ça. Je pense qu'il y a des gars dans leur game qui peuvent faire 2 points. Ils ont connu une bonne game. Moi, c'est plus souvent toutes les affaires que je fais vont faire en sorte que je vais aider offensivement. Je peux quand même avoir une bonne game sans faire de points. Je pense que pour une équipe qui veut gagner, il faut que tu sois capable de jouer, même si tu n'as rien produit offensivement, il faut que tu sois capable d'avoir un impact positif sur l'équipe. Et ça, je pense que c'est ma job un peu. Mais ouais, comme tu as dit, ça reste que des fois c'est frustrant, mais je pense qu'il faut juste regarder plus que juste les points. Tu regardes sur l'ensemble du match. Est-ce que tu as un effet positif ou est-ce que tu as un effet négatif?
Merci, Pierre-Luc.
Merci.
Hand function now, and we'll get started. And we'll get going with Ken Weeb from Sportsnet. Go ahead, Weber.
Thanks, Gregor. Morning, Andrew. Things normally